Hi, this is Mike and Lori with Hamburg Honey. If you watched our last video, we promised to follow up on this hive. That was the drone laying queens. So the way we took care of that hive was, if you didn't see the first video, we removed the queen from that hive. She was only laying drone eggs. And we split it up into these two hives. That was on Thursday of last week. So we picked up two mated queens. Normally, if it was in the middle of summer, we'd be breeding our own queens already, but it's so early in the year for us here in central Wisconsin that there's not enough drones in the area yet to be able to make mated queens. So we had to go pick a couple up. We put them in these two hives, and just a little while ago we went ahead and released the queen and watched the reaction of the bees just to make sure they weren't trying to ball her up. They weren't causing her any issues. So I'd like to be able to get in here and kind of show you guys her walking around, double check on her, make sure she's all right. I'm just making sure she's not on the feeder here right now, because at this point she was just released. She could be anywhere within the entire hive. So when I released her on the inside of this frame, so she may still be right here. I'll take a look. Now she is not marked yet, and she is a little on the small side because she hasn't started laying any eggs yet. Within the next 2 weeks, while she begins laying eggs, she'll get much larger. She's a really dark black queen. She's Minnesota hygienic. We're trying out a few of the Minnesota hygienic breed this year. See how they do for us. Alright, I do not see her on this frame anywhere. So, take a look at the next frame here. Be very gentle, taking your frames out of the box so you don't squish her along the side. You can see there's quite a bit of pollen and nectar on these frames. Some's dripping out.
Right there. I found her.
Yep.
She's right there.
She's right there. You can see she's small, black, fuzzy. She doesn't quite have the elongated abdomen yet. She is a bred queen, but she hasn't started laying yet. Probably tomorrow she'll start laying, and then her abdomen will really start to swell up. You can see her walking there. Nice dark looking queen. So we'll give her a week or so until she starts laying. Once she's laying really well, then I will go ahead and mark her as one of our queens, and we'll start tracking her for our breeding programs. See how good she is, do inspections on her, just to see how she's keeping up with the rest of the bees, and like I said, see whether she'll eventually be included into our breeding program. Alright, so now this frame doesn't want to sit in here properly. Okay, there we got it. Alright, now we'll go ahead and check the other hive. This one, we opened her up, we let her walk around in the frame, watched her for a few minutes, just made sure that the bees weren't trying to attack her or ball her. So we'll just take the cork out of this one, just like the other one, and let her walk out onto the frame. And there she goes. So we'll watch the other bees, make sure they don't try to attack her. So if they do start to attack her, we'll take her off of the frame with one of the queen clips we have, and then we'll get her back in the cage for another day or two. But it looks like they're just walking around by her, licking her.
They're not tucking their tails under.
No.
Is that how you tell? I mean,
The stinging is...
They're all pointing at
Yeah,
her.
I mean it's really frantic, you know.
Okay,
You'll
more
tell
frantic.
there'll be bees, you know.
Are they
It'll look like an attack, you know.
Okay.
But
they get loud too then, I'm guessing?
yeah. So like right now you can see they're just checking her out, feeling her, seeing what she's all about. Okay, let me blow on it better.
And what kind was this one?
Minnesota hygienic as well. Yep.
Who's here?
So yeah, she's right there. Just walking around checking stuff out.
And they've accepted her. Did they accept the other queen too?
Yep.
Oh, that's excellent.
So within, well, by tomorrow she'll be laying eggs. Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, I just don't want her to jump off.
Mike, do you want to finish it off?
Yeah. You can just go ahead and shut it off.